I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laakson.
I am Francisco Cerundolo,
and
you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, good evening, tennis fans. Sorry for the delay. That is my fault. I was late getting back from an Easter evening out tonight. It was a nice one. Had some drinks, had some food, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to cover the final. But we know Andrei Rublev has won his first ever Masters 1000 title. So well done, Andrei Rublev. It's about time too. And he joins Holger Rune, who threw away a 4-1 lead in the final set. And he could have got his second Masters, JG, but unfortunately, he does not have that. And Andrei Rublev, God, he likes it in Monte Carlo. He's been to the final before, but now he's got the title. God, love it.
Well, to start off, happy Orthodox Easter to you, Ben. I know you were celebrating today. Yep. And happy Easter to everyone who was celebrating. I know we've got quite a few followers who were celebrating today. So all the best. Hopefully you had a good time with family. And on the match, like you said, Monte Carlo, me and Ben both unable to make it for different reasons. Mine probably not as valid because I was at a West Ham match today against Arsenal. However, Monte Carlo did deliver. It was a really good event this year. And I mean, everyone's saying the same thing, all of the players, and that is that they are so happy for Andrei Rublev. And he is one of the nice men in tennis. And he is so deserving of a title. Maybe he's been a bit inconsistent, maybe a little bit one-dimensional at times, but it all clicked and it all come together at Monte Carlo. And I hope this now gives him some confidence to go on and win more events. I know we had Svetlana who covered the match. She is a massive Rublev fan. I hope he gets more fans. He's an extremely likable tennis player. He's very kind and he has some really good shots. And Tsitsipas was one of the people who was a bit harsh on him recently, especially calling him this one-dimensional player. But he's proved today that he's not that. And he's one of the nice people in tennis who got a victory. So I'm really happy. Congratulations, Andrei Rublev.
Yeah, most definitely. One of those players who, you know, they're very passionate about tennis. I remember when we spoke to Donskoy, one of his sort of Russian teammates, he said out of all the people he'd ever met, he just all he wants to do is train constantly, every day, tennis. Like, so you offer him $1 billion or he can't play tennis the rest of his life, he's going to take tennis every time. So you know that he means well as well. I feel that a good deed is reciprocated as well, because we saw he was helping out his fellow countryman Gakov as well, giving him some clothes, giving him some, help during COVID. And I think it doesn't go unnoticed by the tennis gods because he's overdue that Masters win. And well done to Andrei Rublev. I can't say any more. I think he's deserved of it. He's been knocking at the door for a while. I'm happy to see he's now part of the club.
And what does that mean for Rublev? Let's wait and see. I think it might give him some confidence. Do you make him a contender for Roland Garros? I think that's a step too far, but it might allow him to do better against the top players. And what I mean by that is make him a semi-competitive, because in the past, when he plays against some of the real top athletes in a Grand Slam or Masters event, he capitulates every time. Now he's got a Masters under his belt. Are we going to see him become a little bit more competitive? That's all I really want.
Yeah, and I think it was really important today as well, because if he had have lost, he would have been overtaken in the ATP rankings by Holger Rune, and he would have been overtaken in the race as well. So he consolidated his place in 6th place in the ATP rankings and closed the gap a little bit on Stefanos Tsitsipas at number 5, who obviously dropped off quite a few points due to being the reigning champion, and he didn't really perform as well. Obviously went out to Taylor Fritz, and Taylor Fritz succumbed, obviously, to Rublev as well. So it was a interesting tournament. all round. I really enjoyed it. Yannick Sinner played his part as well. You had him as the winner. I feel like he could have potentially won the event had he got past Runa, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. You play well on one match, you don't play so well on the other, and 3-set matches seem to be the tail of that back end of the tournament. And well done to Rublev because he came back from a set down as well.
Yep, and a heavy break as well, 4-1.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. Anyway, we're here to talk about Barcelona. Obviously, the big miss from Barcelona is going to be 12-time champion Rafael Nadal is not going to be in Barcelona. It is really sad news. It always sort of makes the tournament, I don't know, it spoils it a bit. He wasn't there last year either. You feel like the tournament's not quite the same without him.
I felt the same with Monte Carlo. It's the same thing. Monte Carlo's Rafa's event. Barcelona's another one of his where he does so well at. And it does feel like there's a big void in the event. But let's have a look who's going to be there. And let's go through some previous champions. Just to remind me, Ben, what other events are we doing today? Because I know we've got a few other draw previews.
Right. So this one will be covering Barcelona. So we'll plow through this. Then we've got the women's, quite a stacked draw in Stuttgart. Yeah. And then we've got Djokovic returning to his homeland in Serbia. And we'll cover that one with the Munich Open as well. So that one will just be a quick one for Serbia and Munich.
Is it in Serbia? Because I thought it was in Bosnia.
Is it in Bosnia?
Banja Luka is Serbia. It's Bosnia.
Is it Bosnia? Okay, yeah. I've got it wrong then. Apologies if I've labelled the thing incorrectly.
No, it must be
in Bosnia then.
Right, let's get into the previous champions. Like you said, Rafael Nadal's won it 12 times. Spaniards love it. We've had Carlos Alcaraz. Buster got to a final. Andujar's got to a final. And Magro's hit a final. Is there some Spanish players in the draw? Kaini Shikori, not sure what's happening with him. Is he still injured? Is he ever going to play tennis again? He feels like he's retired, but he's not.
Don't know.
He's not going to be troubling anyone. Daniel Medvedev has only ever played this event once. He's withdrawn from this year's. And the one time he did play, he got all the way to the final with Dominic Thiem winning.
Yeah. I mean, I feel, well, we know that Alcaraz is supposed to be playing this event. He's going to be the one that everybody's going to have their eyes on for sure. He's the reigning champion. Hopefully he's back to full fitness. That's the only worry that I think everybody's going to be having their eyes on. Will he go out early if he's not fully fit?
Right, let me go through the qualifiers anyway. Arnaldi beat Skatov. So Skatov is out, Ben. Kotov beat Benoit Paire, and Benoit Paire put a tweet out I saw earlier. I think he just said next, or so. It was just one word. Like he just had enough. Justino's through. Trangaletti, a player I really like. Krutik from Ukraine, and Kovalik. So they're the qualifiers. Kotov's good, and Trangaletti. They're my two standouts. Krutik's okay as well.
Not Arnaldi?
No, okay. I'd skip him.
Skipping the Arnalds. Okay, no problem. Okay, let's move on to the draw proper, and we can get stuck into it because we've got a few to get through tonight. Make sure to download the TNNS app and join the Game to Love League on the Fantasy. Link in the description below.
How many ends was that?
Come on, join that one. Download the app
and join our fantasy leagues, and you can compete with me and Ben.
That's right. I think you probably did better in Monte Carlo. You had Sinner going a bit deeper than what I did. We both had Holger Rune getting to the semis, I think. So, and the other side of the draw, neither of us had it. So,
does that mean I can do the first round first?
Yeah, you go for it. Right.
I'm going to have Alcaraz, Borges, Mirallas, unlucky for Attila. I think he's 17-1 if you fancy a punt. Agut, Fekina. There's a lot of Spaniards, and the Spaniards do well here. I'm going to have Echeverry, Rusevori, TFO, Rude, Ben Shelton, Passaro to beat Verdasco.
I'm going to go Ben Shelton as well. Yeah, I mean, Verdasco, how many more weeks on tour does this guy have? Not being rude. I mean, I feel like he's been around forever now, Verdasco. Surely he can't be hard up for cash. It doesn't.
I mean,
need
it's like Lopez, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's the Spanish thing. Maybe it's just
Lopez has now ended his career. Verdasco, I think's very close. Cerundolo, Dan Evans. I'll actually go. I'm gonna go Menard to be an Audi.
Yeah, Menard as well for me.
I'll have Trungelliti, Jarry. Trungelliti can push him, but I'm gonna go Jarry.
I'm gonna go Jarry. I think he's pretty good at the minute.
Hachanov, Norrie, Kotov.
Ooh, Krutik as well. That's quite an interesting one. Is Kotov good on the clay?
Yeah, really good.
Okay, I'll take your word. Right.
Kubler, Massetti with a bye. Nishioka. Here's Felicio. I thought Felicio. I don't know if that's. Did he not retire? I feel like I'm missing something here.
I'm gonna go Goff fan to knock him out. Anyway, sorry.
I've made it up. I feel like he retired.
I thought he did retire. Back. I thought there was an announcement.
I was just joking about him coming back, and he's back. So there you go. I'm gonna have Yibing Wu knocking out Schwartzman.
I'm gonna go the Schwartzer.
Sinner, Dimonor, Shevchenko.
Yep, I'm gonna go with that as well.
Ramos, Dimi, Chapo.
Pedro Martinez. I'll have to knock out Kovalik.
Yeah, me too. Cashin and Tsitsipas.
Tsitsipas at the bottom there. Back to the top, and we have our number 1 seed, Carlitos, versus Nuno Borges, potentially the Portuguese player. I don't think that he'll trouble him. I feel that he
might trouble him.
I don't think he will.
Unpopular opinion, Nuno Borges takes a set.
Not for me.
Good player, Nuno Borges. I really like him. But I'll let you do this round first anyway.
He's a bit more of a grinder player. I feel Alcaraz too powerful for him. I'm going to be going Agut to knock out Morales.
Yeah.
Fokina to knock out Echeverri.
No, I love Echeverri.
I thought you might. I don't know why. There was just part of me that thought you might. TFO to knock out Rusevori.
Nope, I'm going to go Rusevori.
Oh, God. We're going for some crazy stuff. TFO just had a tournament win recently. Come on.
Oh, well. Rusevori's beating him.
Casper Ruud to knock out Shelton. Are you going to knock him out as well?
No.
I thought you were going to go for the clean
Not
sweep.
The drug, yeah.
All right. Okay. Passaro. I'm going to have Sarundo to knock out Passaro.
Yeah.
I'll have Munar to knock out Evans.
I'm going to go Dan Evans.
Whoa. He's back on the Evans steam train. Nick Kyrgios steam train. Right. I'm going to have Jarry to knock out Hachanov here.
I'm going to go Hachanov.
Now, this is where you've gone wrong, JD.
No, this is where you've gone wrong.
This is where you've gone wrong.
Because tell me where I've gone wrong. You've gone wrong.
He's only a big match player. He only plays well in Grand Slams and Masters now, Hachanov. And this is just a lower event. He doesn't even turn up for these. So it's going to be Jarry to knock him out.
All right. I'll clip that.
Yeah, please do. Right. I'm going to have Norrie to knock out Kotov.
Yeah.
Musetti to knock out Kubler.
Maybe not, but I'll go Massetti.
Goffin to knock out Nishioka.
Yes.
Nice. Sinner to knock out Schwartzman.
Yeah. Dimonor.
Yeah. I mean, he dispatched Murray really easily in the last tournament. I was just surprised. I thought Murray might give him more of a match. Ramos or Dimitrov? That's a tricky one to pick. I'm going to go Dimi. I'd normally pick Ramos, but I don't know. I'm not trusting him at the moment.
Isn't it?
Oh, God, this one's tough.
I'm going to go Chapo.
It's just a horrible. Why is he always the one which you just never know what to pick?
Well, I can't remember the last time he won a match.
Well, I'm going to have a look quickly just because we've got to have a little bit of insight.
But what is his form like?
Right, so Chapo's form.
He's not played on clay, is he?
No, he played at Miami. He lost to Fritz. He beat Pella in 3 sets. He lost to Umber in the last tournament in Indian Wells. He lost to Fritz again at Acapulco. Beat Kecmanovic in 3 sets. Lost to Michael Moe in Delray Beach. Lost to Yibing Wu in Dallas.
I mean, that's enough from him. But I'm still going to pick him to win.
I'm Martin. After reading that, it's convinced me. Right.
No, I've just passed at the bottom.
Yeah, and Tsitsipas will.
What happened to Tsitsipas though against Fritz? You went so big on him in the last event.
I feel like it was just really good play from Taylor Fritz, to be honest. The way it could have turned around in one moment when Tsitsipas broke him back at the back end of the second. He was down a break and he broke back to make it 4-4. If he'd have just held serve, it could have been a different thing, but he got broken straight back and then lost the match. So
we got Anonymous making a good point about Sinner. So I'm not sure if Sinner's going to be playing Barcelona.
Well,
he should withdraw. He's been making a lot of semi-finals and finals. Is he playing? I'm not sure. I think
it's tough.
Might be something. He could be someone who pulls out, or if he plays, it'll be very fatigued and lackluster first or second round.
Pull out a bit earlier. Give some.
He might play though, Ben, and just go out early.
Yeah, you've always got to wonder. Playing back to back events and going deep in a lot of events, it will take its toll eventually. So, Carlitos Alcaraz, we're assuming he's fit if he's playing. If he is, then I feel like he cleans up Batista Agut.
Yep. I'm going to have Echeverry here beating Roos.
We got a completely different one here. I think I'm going to have TFO. This is very risky. This one, I don't really believe it, but I'm going for it. And I'm going to have this one's. Who did Surrender lose to in the last one? Because he was very close, and I think it was Hurkacz, wasn't it?
I don't know, Ben, but I'm definitely going Rude. I think Rude beats him. So
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Surrender. It's Berrettini. Berrettini lost in 3. I think he could turn it around. I'll go for a little bit of an upset there.
I'd have Hachanov beating Evans.
I'll have Jarry to beat Munar.
Setti Nori.
Oh, I mean, pick your poison. Musetti, based upon form recently.
I'll go Nori.
I mean, Nori not been as good as he has been in previous.
But he can do it.
He can do it. I mean,
Goffin could do Sinner here because it might not be Sinner. I'm going to go Sinner.
I feel like he'll have too much. Even if he just wanders around the court and just hits it hard, I think he'll have enough.
That's what you do, isn't it?
Do a lot of wandering. There's a lot of wandering around, I tell you.
And do you hit it hard?
Barely.
You do hit some hard. You have some hard smashes.
Into the net sometimes. Dimonor versus Dimitrov. Which D is going to win? Dimonor. Yeah, I'm going to go Dimonor. And
Chapeau to beat Tsitsipas. Is it going to happen?
Well,
not for me. I'll have Tsitsipas.
I think Tsitsipas to beat Martinez. Chapeau could be a tournament.
Good from Gene. Cheers, Gene. And Dimitrov's 3-1 on the head-to-head versus the Demon.
Are they on clay or what surface? Let us know. Thanks, Gene. Giving us the stats in the live chats.
So I've got Echeverry Alcaraz, and I might go Echeverry.
Echeverry Alcaraz. I mean,
no, I'm not. I'm going to go Alcaraz.
Just don't know if he's fit, though. That's the one thing that is bugging me with Alcaraz. Is he coming back too soon?
Oh, mate, he's fit. Have you not seen his Instagram story?
God, no. What's on his Instagram story?
He did an advert with Calvin Klein.
Oh, no, not.
And he's put it on his Instagram story. And basically, he's wearing the real budgie smugglers. And he's just in the mirror, like, doing all these different poses.
Oh, God.
So if you're asking if he's fit, some people would say, yes, he is quite fit in the buggy smugglers. It'd have been right up your street. I was going to remind you to have a look before the story expires.
Sent it to me before, to be honest.
No, but this was even more.
Oh, no, it was a close-up, was it?
Yeah, there was close-up angles. There's a lot of different angles with him on the bed and all sorts.
Oh, on the bed? Oh, my word. What's happening?
I don't know if the bed was there or that might be my imagination, but
he's added a bed in.
No, it's worth having a look at it. I'm sure some people in the live chat have watched Alcaraz, but if you was asking if he's fit, he seemed pretty fit to me. You'd have loved it, Ben. You'd have had a wallpaper of him.
I'm not sure if he's actually fully fit in this tournament, though, to be honest. So there was part of me thinking he might go out earlier, if not pull out the tournament. I don't know why. That's just what I'm thinking. I'm going to have TFO knocking him out.
Ooh. And if anyone is listening who has seen the Carlos Alcaraz advert, make sure to send it over to Ben on Twitter, GTL
Please.
Ben. Just
as many
DMs as possible of just
not-
Alcaraz naked will be highly appreciated. Thank you.
Can't wait for that. Well, I'm not going to get to sleep tonight now. It's going to be running through my dreams. Carlos Alcaraz in some Y fronts or whatever he's wearing. And Cerundolo Jarry, I'm actually going to be going with Francisco Cerundolo.
I'm going to have Rude to beat Hachanov.
Okay. The 1 and 3 up the top. Sounds
Getting even
sensible.
worse here, I think.
I'm going to be going for this one. This is where I think that Sinner may be tired. I am going to go for Musetti
No
to knock
chance.
out Sinner. Oh,
I'm going to have
he's gonna
Sinner
get
beating Norrie.
No chance. He was tired a minute ago. Now he's suddenly fully.
No, but I mean,
fit,
in that matchup, Musetti just won't beat him.
Right, and this is much like this matchup where I don't think Dimonor will beat.
We've got Ricard Lopez in the chat, and Alcaraz is training in Barcelona since Saturday at a high level, and Ricard's been watching him. I can assure you of that, and he's telling me Alcaraz is fit.
Okay,
I believe him.
Well, I may be I'm a bit delusional in this instant. It's quite late. It's Sunday night. I'm going to go in Tsitsipas to knock out Dimonor.
Again, the injured Tsitsipas going to keep picking him, are you?
No, I don't know why I keep picking him. He's got me.
I'm going to go for Tsitsipas as well. I think he's got a nice draw again.
Didn't help him last time.
No.
Really didn't. Right, moving to the top, and you've got Alcaraz Rude. I've got Francis TFO versus Francisco Cerundolo. I'm going to go Cerundolo. I'm going for a little bit of a punt on this one.
I'm going to have Alcaraz beating Rude. I think Alcaraz is going to be... I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. I've been leading you down this alleyway because I'm quite happy that you've got a terrible bracket, but ultimately, I bet my house on Alcaraz winning Barcelona.
Just a house, is that it?
No, but I think there's just no one's going to beat him here. I think a 70% fit Alcaraz walks Barcelona.
He is the reigning champion.
So I feel like you've got this all wrong, but maybe I'm going to be wrong. Let's wait and see. It feels a bit like going against Djokovic at Wimbledon or going against Rafael Nadal at Roland Garros.
Or Rafael Nadal at Barcelona.
Maybe. I think Alcaraz at Barcelona with no one else there just seems like it's too good to be true. With his biggest threat being Steph, who's lacking confidence and lacking form.
And that's
the best version of Steph loses to Alcaraz. So let alone this version of him. Saying all of that, I'm going to have Sinner knocking out Tsitsipas, and I'm going for the Alcaraz Sinner final.
I'm going for the Musetti Cerundolo final.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's crazy that you've got that.
I think it is.
I've already given away who I'm going to have, and that is Carlos Alcaraz, #1 seed, winning Barcelona. I just can't see him losing it, to be honest.
Here we go. I mean, it's a really tough draw for either of these two. If Musetti gets to that final, then he has to win it. But the way he played against Djokovic, he didn't look very good at all. And he lost very easily to Jannik Sinner.
What do you mean he didn't look very good at all?
I didn't think he looked good at all against Djokovic.
I've watched the highlights. I think it was slightly harsh. He didn't look that bad. He beat Novak Djokovic. Still have to play at some level to beat Djokovic.
Djokovic looks really not good.
But still, it's good. It wasn't that bad. I know what you mean, but there were some good shots in there from him.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, you sold it to me. I'm going to go Lorenzo Musetti. That's it. To win in Barcelona. Not well, you've got Alcaraz. I've got Musetti. Let's see how that one plays out. Any dark horses? I guess it'll probably have to be Jarry for me. I'll go for him.
What does it have to be? An unseeded player?
I guess, yeah. Well,
my dark horse on that basis is going to be
Goffer.
I don't have him going far, do I?
No, I'm joking.
I actually don't have one, I'm afraid.
That's fine. You don't need one.
No, sorry, Echeverry.
Oh, that's worth it. Good. Look, glad we got that
No,
one.
my dark horse is Echeverry.
All right, brilliant. Okay, just remember to
player.
sign up to the app, join the league, and yeah, make sure to hit save before it all kicks off tomorrow. I'm going to have to make sure I enter mine when this finishes, and join us for the next draw preview. It's coming up literally in about 2 minutes' time on Game to Love. Anything left to say?
Can you say like and subscribe in Spanish, Ben?
Un Bela, por favor.
It's cerveza. But
I know.
anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you then.
Goodbye.
Hasta la vista.